Okay, we're going to roll right into our post-race press conference here for today's race-winning team. Number 14, Mobile One Office Depot Chevrolet, is our winner of our 15th annual Sylvania 300 here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. And we're joined right now by Crew Chief Darian Grubb. And Darian, talk about the 14 car, 2 for 2 so far in the chase races. Coming back to New Hampshire, where you had your heart broken earlier. Just talk about today's win and what it means.
It's just a huge day for the entire 14 team and what we've done to battle back from all the adversity we had in the middle of the year. And like you brought up and reminded me again how we ran out last year with 1 to go. It's bittersweet just because we had that last year, but then come out this year, second race to chase and win the first 2. We feel very honored and very lucky to have had 2 weeks go our way.
Okay, we'll take some questions now for Darian. Go ahead, Ed.
Ed Hinton, Darian, first part is when y'all were in the doldrums, just where you started to climb out toward the end of regular season, did you sense this coming or feel it coming, or did you feel like, did you have like, I have no idea when we're going to climb out of this?
It was kind of one of those, we had no idea. We had a really good start to the year, and we had really good cars, fast race cars, chances to win, strategies to win, and just got beat over and over and over, so it really beat us down. Middle of the year, we just couldn't hit on anything that was making anything better. We just kind of rode the same, didn't have a whole lot of feedback or anything else that was positive. Everything was just kind of there. And then those last few weeks, we started getting better. I think it was about the same time that Michigan, that Tony had said we weren't chase contenders even if we made the chase. And I think it sparked a little bit of something in everybody in Stewart Haas Racing, and they all just started taking a little bit of extra load and working harder, getting faster.
And one more part. This is something Tony brought up in Victory Lane. He didn't make it clear what it's about, but he spoke at some length about, said we dropped some dead weight earlier this week, and it helped a lot this weekend. Can you explain what he was talking about there?
I haven't heard. I've heard a lot of people talk about it, but I haven't even heard what he was talking about there yet. But I know he went and did a lot of dirt racing and had some fun this week, and just kind of unloaded everything. So maybe it's just dead weight off his mind.
So there were no personnel changes within the team or anything.
Not that I know of. Maybe he's talking about me. I just don't know it yet.
Mike Vega.
Darian, can you just speak to the success this team has had here this year? I mean, you come here in July, you run 1-2, and you win the pole again here, win the race. What is it about this place that this team, really suits your style here?
We're not really sure. We got fast race cars from the time we started at Stewart Haas Racing here. We've had good, consistent weekends. We even crashed a car here at one point in practice and brought out the backup, started on the pole, and I think we ran top 5 with it that week. So it's just a good track for Ryan and Tony both, and it makes our job a whole lot easier at Stewart Haas Racing. The drivers know what they need here. They've run good here. They know what the feel is that they're looking for, and if they don't have it in happy hour or even practices before that, they tell us pretty quick, and they can pinpoint what they need and what's going to be fast. We make sure we keep them filled in on what the weather's going to do for the race day, so we can make sure. And Tony was really excited when he saw the sun come out today, and it got a little slick.
Go ahead, Mike.
Just as a follow-up, obviously this became a fuel mileage issue today, but can you tell us where you were, in terms of fuel at the end, and as opposed to a year ago?
Yeah, we actually were 2 laps to the good at the end this time. I pushed the window from the run before longer than most people and pitted 2 laps later than the 33, and those guys did, just trying to make sure I had a little bit of a cushion. We got really good fuel mileage all day, and Tony did a great job saving when he needed to. And I kind of semi-cut him loose, just wanted him to hang with a 33. I didn't think they could make it, or if they did, I wanted to make sure he was close enough to try to make a move towards the end if we were going to run out. And he did a great job with that, and we didn't use any more fuel than we had to, and we had at least the 2 laps left.
Was he instructed to save fuel at any point during the last 5-10 laps?
What I told him was run fast enough to try to keep up with the 33, but don't push any harder than you have to. If there's a chance you can go up and pass him, go get it, and then we'll go into safe mode after that. But we weren't going to give up the good finish just trying to beat him. But then again, we weren't going to just ride and save fuel either just to guarantee we had a good finish.
Any other questions for Darian? Any questions upstairs for Crew Chief Darian Grubb? Mike, you have another one? Go ahead, Mike.
Just the elation this team felt when they saw Clint run out. I mean, did you think he had enough to go to the finish?
I thought he was going to be close. From what they were doing early in the day for fuel windows, and he pitted 2 laps before we did, we knew he was at least going to be closer than we were. So if he was going to be pushing it that hard and run and still think he could make it, we knew we were going to be right there with him at least, because our mileage from what we were doing window-wise before that was a little bit better than what they had.
Anything else for Darian? Well, if not, Darian will let you go if you want. Go to check on the car during inspection. Congratulations on the win, Darian. Darian's going to hang out here. I like that. Tony Stewart has
begged him to
joined
not
us.
leave me alone here.
What's that?
I begged him to not leave me alone.
Okay. Tony Stewart has joined us. He's today's race winner. Drives the number 14 Mobile One Office Depot Chevrolet for Stewart Horse Racing. This is his 41st win in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. Obviously his second straight win, and his third victory here at New Hampshire. This is Tony's 16th top 10 here at New Hampshire in 26 races. Good track record here. And he's the points leader by 7 points over Kevin Harvick. Tony, just talk about another strong performance today by the 14 team, and boy, you're 2 for 2.
Yeah, it was definitely an awesome ending to the day for sure. It was rough getting there. I mean, the first 2/3 of the race, I think we kind of hung around 10th or 12th there, not by choice or design, but just seemed like that's just as far as we could get at the time. We were in a lot of traffic, and just never could get. It just seemed like a lot of guys would get stuck in traffic and kind of maintain position. There were only a couple guys that you could see that really could make headway and drive through. But it seemed like when we got the closer we got to the front, the better our car drove, and we may not have been the best car at the end. I mean, Clint was just a tick better than us, but and I definitely did not know that he was in a situation to worry about fuel. So the good thing is Darian told us we were 2 to 3 laps to the good, and I just got to run hard all the way to the end. And it seemed like when we got in the top 5 or 6 cars there, we had pretty good lap times. And like I say, we weren't the fastest car, but we were solid and could maintain that pace the whole last 100 laps.
Congratulations again on the victory, Tony.
Thank you.
We'll take questions now. Go ahead.
Ed Hinton, ESPN.com. Tony, ever since you were on TV in Victory Lane, around the buzz all around the track and all over the internet is wondering what you meant by when you said we dropped some dead weight earlier this week.
We're just going to leave it at that. We're just going to leave it at that.
Could we ask if that was a
you
message
can't
intended?
ask anything. It is what it
Was
is.
it a
That's all.
one-on-one?
That's all it was. Is what I
Leave it.
said, and that's where we're going to leave it.
That's what we'll put. Leave it
Darian
at that.
says there's not even been any personnel changes on the team as far
No,
as
there hasn't.
Slide over here. Mike Vega, do you have a question?